I love that theme song.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Song. It's not a song. It's just theme music.
Yeah, it's a nice build.
All right, let's
There's a
move into
difference.
this, guys. I want to see if I'm dead or not.
No, you don't even want to banter first?
Shabam! No!
We'll banter when Chris dies in the first
We'll
5
banter
minutes.
when
Yeah.
Chris, after
We'll banter
Chris
at his
dies.
funeral.
We'll take a banter break. After they really want to get right into this
Well, no,
combat.
see, we
This
have
thing's already right
we have
into
the worm
Shabab.
to eat him. We hit cut. The worm gets a quick, coffee break. We clean his teeth out. We congratulate Shabab on a good job acting that death
Does
out.
this thing have anything cool to say before we send it to hell?
Not with its mouth full. Also, I don't think any of us speak. It's
Well,
actually speaks through
you
its
can
butthole.
when it's your turn, you can roll a knowledge arcana to find out if you speak its language.
Hey, I can do that.
So,
Except I want to heal.
It'd be incredibly human to
the
speak
knowledge
out
check
of what
technically
you
doesn't
eat
cover
from.
an action.
All right. Well, then knowledge away I shall.
well, does everyone want to skip the banter and get right to initiative?
Listen, there's something important to do here, and it's save Shabab.
Does
All
anyone
right,
wanna-
roll for
does
initiative.
Anyone have any charming banter to share? I got all the bad rolls out of my system, baby.
All right. Well, I might not be healing you with that roll.
Well,
I might be saving your life with that roll.
I never actually wrote an initiative down.
You still probably go before me, Bass.
Where? Put the pencils. Oh, there they are. Derek, you have me intrigued. If I get a small cup, can I try some of that coffee?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
is that the hazelnut?
No.
Oh, okay.
What's my dex? Oh, I have just a 0 initiative. That's why I didn't write anything down.
Oh, you go right after me then.
It's just whatever the die bricks.
All right, so I'll go down the line and start with Hanzo.
29.
A 29.
Yep.
Damn. What'd you roll on the die?
19.
Wow.
Gotta go
19.
fast.
Gotta go. Don't. No. No.
I mean,
Gotta
I'm a
go
millennial.
fast and eat
I grew up
God
eating
damn it.
avocado toast and
God, that's the new show.
Well, we're in the ice cap zone, right?
Avlo. I'll love.
I mean, it's always good to have a catchphrase. I have 22 initiative, and I did leave the die available for people to see the 19.
What did you?
I rolled
Okay, you rolled a 19 as
That's-
well. All
like
right.
I have a regular dex score and no
Hey,
feats.
Hey,
for
Shabab.
that.
What'd you roll on initiative?
19.
19.
19's all around, baby.
What
I
was
rolled
the
an
die roll?
18.
All right. hey, Bruma.
Yes.
Bruma.
I've got
How-
short, stubby legs.
We got a fast witch this time?
3.
3. Nope.
An ice
Sigbert.
switch.
I got one better at a 4.
Oh. Oh man, this could be bad. This could be bad. As the surprise round last time found Shabab in the mouth of this Tazaworm on this snowy trail. Let me describe the map in front of you a little bit. The dotted line is the path. Is the edges of the path. Outside of that is definitely difficult terrain. Those circle areas that I drew are going uphill into deeper snow and into deeper snow, where it is 4 squares to 1. So it's quarter movement instead of half.
How deep? As deep as 4 to 1?
Yeah, everywhere inside of the circle. The other circles are just kind of showing how steep it is going up.
Okay.
There's no need for saves or anything, but just for mental and visual reference, so you can get an idea that you're surrounded by these little hills with these trees on either side of the path and deep snow.
Do you want to turn the music down just a little bit? I think it might be a little too high. That's much better.
Hanzo,
Deep snow.
It's like the deep state.
save your gnome friend,
Or don't.
Shabab. Or don't.
Friends of strong
run
words,
through it.
John.
What are you doing? What is your action as I hear dice clatter?
2 attacks.
2 attacks?
Yeah.
What are you attacking with?
Shuriken.
Shuriken.
Chucking ninja
2
stars.
shuriken come flying toward the Tazaworm.
At a creature denied its dex because it's currently grappling.
Excellent dungeon mastering from the players.
Very good. A very notable comment.
I think I've run the
Bass.
most campaigns here.
22.
But you still haven't read the most rules.
Correct. That would probably go to Chris.
Oh, for sure. Hands down.
Yeah, I do.
20 and 18.
Most rules, most games rules.
So the first attack is 20. That is a hit. 18.
Well,
Also a
Tom
hit.
reads a lot of game rules too.
Roll your damage.
I'd assume me and Chris are probably tied.
I wonder if this worm has ever seen a ninja star before.
I wonder if
it'll ever see a ninja star again.
I wonder if we've ever seen this worm, or if this worm has ever seen creatures like us.
I'm just more interested if it has something to say before we send it.
First
to
attack
its
is 6.
creator.
Second attack is 5.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. That brings us to Elvlov. Unless you want to... No, you did a full attack action to do that?
No, that was just a standard, but I'm not going to do anything beyond
Okay. Elvlov. From just behind you, this thing comes out and
prepared.
bites your companion. What were you, what's going on?
I guess I'm just gonna pull out my bastard sword and do a two-handed
do you not have your
swing.
sheet? Do you not have your character sheet?
No, I have my character sheet. I was just
What are you looking
to
for?
see where I set my phone so I could look at my auras.
My
But-
aura.
I know, right? No, I'm good though.
You have
I
a
think
strong
I'll just-
aura or a weak aura?
I just have the ability to let out stuff.
What do you? So you turn around and you swing with your bastard sword. What did you roll?
I rolled 9.
Well, that's a big fat miss.
Yep.
That is a big fat miss as this thing squirms out of your way.
Just
Shabab,
do not swing at it.
you're in the mouth. You took a big chomp.
You can heal yourself, right?
Oh, Elvlov, did you want to move?
Nah, man, I'm staying
Okay.
right here. I'm staying right on this bad
The
boy.
short answer is no. I have no first level spells left.
Oh. Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, let's try for an escape artist check. Let's try to wiggle out of its mouth.
I believe.
So you wiggle and wriggle. What you got?
That's only a 14. I don't think I get out with that, right?
No. I'll give you. I'll tell. Peek behind the screen here. CMD of 17.
Yep.
That wasn't super far off, though.
No,
No, it wasn't super far off. Just need a little bit more.
it's the Tazzelworm's turn.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
As this creature lets out a gasp of air out of its mouth. Chris,
Yep.
Shabab needs to make a fortitude save.
All right.
You good at this?
You remember you have a +1 that you can add onto a d20 as well. From Bass.
Oh, so I guess I hit everyone with guidance prior to this.
Yep.
18. Give it to me.
Oh yeah, you're
Okay.
fine.
Nice.
You're fine. You seem unaffected. You know what? I need to roll to maintain that grapple.
Oh yeah.
Hang on. Ooh, probably not. 12
Meats.
meets, so he
Yeah.
maintains. Okay. That puts us.
They didn't actually take any damage, though, which is good.
Yep.
Can you describe the smell of that poison?
That'll bring us to Sigbert.
Is it a large creature, Sean, or is it?
It's a medium.
I am going to move towards it and hit it with my hammer.
Are you gaining flanking bonuses on this thing?
Oh, yeah, between you and...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
+2, right?
Yep.
Nice. Oh, that's looking good.
Swing with your hammer.
26 to hit, Sean.
Oh, that'll hit.
Tenderizer.
9 damage.
10D riser.
This creature is looking really rough. That's your full turn?
Yeah.
That was a move in a standard, yep.
Okay.
Got
Bruma.
like 3
I would like to start with a Knowledge Arcana.
Go ahead,
we can
roll
answer
Knowledge
Kane.
Arcana.
21. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah. Oh, hold up. Yeah, it is 21. I was doing math. It's not my strong suit.
So, your character would know that this creature is a Tatzelworm. Most
we don't have
common variety that you would find of this would be in forests, and they would be green, blending in with the forests. This creature blends right in with the snow. Seems to be of the Arctic variety. Extremely rare, they shouldn't be here. Useful information. They're immune to paralysis and sleep. They get a free grab attack on their bite. That poison gasp, DC 12 against that, and while in the mouth, they can be raked by the claws that are just long enough to reach whatever it's holding in its mouth.
It's got like Tyrannosaurus Rex arms.
Yeah,
near
it's got these
mouth.
little T. It's like a
Tiny
wormy thing with
forearms.
these little T-Rex arms. So,
So if we tape its mouth shut, what's its grapple check?
We have tape.
All right.
Fuck are
so
we
what do you want to
adventuring?
do?
With that, I shall move up next to. Crap, I can't remember your character's name. Sigbert, and then I will look up towards the mouth of Shabab and be like, I might not have appreciated everything you've done in the village, but you sure as hell do not deserve to die. And I shall kind of reach up and touch whatever part is dangling out of the mouth.
To be fair, up is kind of you're reaching probably downward. This thing is like 6 feet long.
Oh,
It doesn't really rise up.
Okay,
that
so I'm
high.
reaching downwards to whatever part is sticking out of the mouth
Yeah, he's like probably holding him like right about head level.
for
with
my
you,
my
honestly.
last level 1 slot.
It'd be terrifying. You're staring this
For
thing in
7
the face.
HP.
Chris is like
Alright.
on his side, on the ground, kind of being like pinned by this thing.
And that'll be my turn.
I'm sorry, Shabab is on his side, being pinned by this thing, probably.
Okay, so that brings us to the top of round 2 with Hanzo. With
Hey,
Hanzo.
Andy.
I'm awake.
Yeah, it's your
Yeah,
turn.
it's your turn.
Oh, I forgot I'm after. 2 attacks.
2 shuriken.
15, 19, 17, 16, 20, 18. 17 and 18.
Both hits. You know what? Describe your kill. It has 2 HP left.
I slice its little arms off.
Yeah,
with the shuriken.
both go right into its eyes.
Right into its eyes, blinding the creature. It reels back, dropping Shabab to the ground.
I try to
and
catch
falls
Shabab.
over dead. You want to try to catch him?
I'm gonna catch the
Make an acrobatics.
Hell yeah, I'm.
Catch him. He's like being pinned to the ground.
4.
Yeah, I am.
You miss terribly, and he lands in the snow.
I then just reach my arm to his hand to hand and just pull him out of the snow.
I pop up with surprising vigor to just say, "That was awesome! Do you know how hard it is to find one of these things?"
You almost died. That is not awesome.
Yeah,
That is very worrying.
Okay, so first off, dying, being eaten by one of these things is like winning the lottery. It just does not happen.
Shabab, if you get a magical curse and I can heal you, do you want me to let you just die because it'll be a great experience?
I mean, I'm just interested in seeing and feeling new things. It doesn't matter that was incredibly unpleasant. That was pretty awesome, in all honesty.
Oh, we wouldn't have let you die. Unless it kept squirming around real good like that. I'm surprised I could not get my sword on that thing.
Alright. Serious note, status check. We're about how many hours out into this? This is way snowier than I thought it was going to be. Are we actually prepared to keep going on to the fort?
I mean, I've got a bedroll. If we can find a bedroll and some firewood, if we can find a cave or something. This thing has some kind of like home somewhere.
I have a tent.
Sean, with my knowledge check, would I know where?
Myself.
Sean, with my knowledge check, would I know where it would live? Does it live in its own tunnels it makes, or would it have an actual place it would try and hide out that we might be able to use?
I mean, I don't know about the actual variant.
I don't know. Generally, just kind of burrows itself a little bit to wait for prey.
Gotcha.
So it's not like those burrows are sturdy like things. It just kind of wiggles back and buries itself, and then bursts out to pounce at prey.
I informed Shabab that
the cold weather seems to have pushed away most of the local animals, so it was waiting by a trail that may have seen bandits walk through before.
Look, I'm just saying that, like, for somebody who is all like, we need to leave now, and it's not going to take that long. Why should we be prepared?
I will concede that I didn't think this was going to be as involved as it was. That is on me.
Why don't we head back to the wagons?
Okay.
Campfire.
I mean, yeah, we could try that.
All right. Hopefully no more zombies
You're
are
not
there.
scared of a little blood and dismembered animals and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you turn around and head back. We'll say about an hour. Another hour spent inside this very cold zone. DC 17 fortitude against the cold.
Okay, I actually need to remember to roll for my familiar. I succeed that.
It's plus what for the weather gear again? That's
5.
5 or 4?
I thought you said 5.
Is it 5?
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
I got a 20.
My fox got a 20.
24.
18.
Lovely.
Edit
A
that one
hearty
out.
staving off of the cold.
You all stave off the cold. And,
Excuse me, by the way. Not a heathen. I mean, I am a heathen. But...
So, you guys exit this zone of cold and back into this area where it just seems to be snow drifts along the edge of this. It's almost like it's like night and day. Kind of as you approach into the forest, it gets colder and colder.
I want to make it clear that the entire way back, I am talking to Bass's character about, like, the hubris of assuming, after knowing that we were dealing with fey creatures that were affecting the weather, that this was going to be something quick and simple.
I try and rebuttal for like 15 minutes, and then afterwards I just walk in silence while he keeps talking my ear off. Being like, yes, I get it. I understand.
The
I get it.
audacity.
How does that sound? How does this conversation sound?
You think I just deal with Faye all the time? I don't deal with Faye all the time. I deal with patience. I deal with
I know
humans.
about Faye.
Okay,
and I was telling you that this was going to take time. I was an expert in this situation. You think I show up to your medical clinic and I'm all like, hey, yeah, no, totally, take this random cup of magical dirt. It'll cure you, and I believe that I'm telling people the truth? No, I know that I don't know.
I might actually
done
need
that?
a cup of magical dirt if Shabab told me it would cure me.
And it would, buddy.
Please don't set a bad example. I don't want anyone eating dirt thinking it's going to cure them.
Well, I mean, it depends. If the dirt was enchanted, it could help, actually.
Well, you can enchant dirt.
The powers of druids are unlimited.
Let's just keep going.
Truly unlimited.
So, are you going to camp overnight in this spot just outside of the, are you going to go back up to the town?
At this point, should we just head back to the town? We're already not too far off.
It'd be
We're
6
pretty far
hours,
off.
it'd be
We're
dark.
2 hours
It'd
away
be
from
dark
the
when you
town.
got there.
Yeah, let's not walk in the middle
I don't
want to
take a 2-hour walk back to town. I've got a blanket. I've got a bedroll.
Well, I'm just trying to think.
It would be
kill
about an
some
hour
more
past
things.
sundown by the time you got back
Could
to
I
the town.
knowledge local and realize if it's really that dangerous to be 1 hour outside of the
Let
town?
me roll a knowledge local.
Because I honestly might go back for supplies.
25.
Okay, well, Shabab's got us covered.
25. Not. You wouldn't think it would be terribly.
But I will probably point out how we are literally camping out at a site that was recently attacked by these mysterious
Yeah, we...
fae and bandits, and
you would-
maybe back in town would be safer.
I mean, besides the occasional goblin
How are
or
we gonna
possibly
level up if we're
bear,
worried about safety?
there's really not. There's a very small chance of running into anything.
Okay.
I say we just get to the town.
Well,
No.
I mean,
We could even see if we can talk to that guy again some more and see if he knows anything about if he noticed a powerful
This trail's
fey
gonna
creature.
go
oh no,
cold in
he
the time
noticed
that we-
zero,
Noticed zero,
about pretty much all of that. He
Yeah,
he knew
we'll
that
probably
they could
have a
affect
hard
cold.
time coming back. I mean,
Given-
even resting.
Given that it's snow and the like, it'll be a bit of a challenge to track them tomorrow. But us going back to town to get more supplies or what have you isn't really a deal breaker. And I do think that we are going to need more supplies. At the very least, let me go back. We're going to have to pretty much head all the way back to town so I can hit up my hut and pick up the stuff that I had to leave behind.
All right.
So
Are
we
we all in
might as
agreement?
well head back to town.
I guess we're all going back to town.
All right.
Because, like, we can camp outside of it, but we still need some items from town. And I don't have enough to, like, support the entire party here. I also have 0 money, but, like, that's,
Well, we did get stuff that we could sell back in town.
that is true. So, yes, we are heading back to town, Sean.
All right. So you guys arrive back about 6 hours later. It gets warmer in the nighttime than it was in that area in the daytime, with just that normal summer air. A little cooler than normal, but still much warmer than that blistery cold that you entered into that forest. You arrive back at town. What do you guys do?
Well, I mean, it is getting pretty late, right? Hour after sundown. I mean, a couple general stores and stuff like that might be open.
The Silver Stoat, the general store, all have lights on. The smith looks like is winding down his fire, letting it die out. The light in front of the apothecary that is hung outside to show that they're open is out.
Well, I'm going to head there anyway, because that's where I would sleep.
Okay.
Slash, I'm going to ask, I can never remember her name. I should probably write it down.
Yeah,
Yes, you should.
you should.
Where would I sell this masterwork longsword?
Probably the smithy.
Sells it to Tom's character.
You would probably sell it to the smithy, or you would go to, if there is a garrison in town, just to sell it directly to the people who would probably be buying it. Now, here's the important question. Do you have appraise or any ranks into bluff or diplomacy?
I could get it's a bonus skill of mine
For appraise?
for diplomacy.
Oh,
And appraise. But I have less int than I do charisma, so I'd have to go diplomacy.
alright.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm selling that masterwork longsword.
The one from the frozen general's hand?
Yeah, that's what he's looking to sell.
Okay. That would be where the smithy?
Yeah, most likely.
Okay. Just go ahead and look up the value and give yourself 50% of the value of a masterwork.
300 plus whatever the longsword is.
So it's what, like 10 gold normally?
Something like that.
I know it's not 75. That's a great sword.
15 gold.
15. So you said it was how much?
350. I'm gonna play inventory management, Sean. I'm not gonna bore the people with what I'm buying and selling. I'm buying and selling some stuff. Don't worry about it. It'll come up later.
You do know that there's limitations on what you can get in the town, right?
I'm mostly selling stuff.
Okay.
I have most of the stuff that I want to buy.
They have...
Like, already on my character.
Okay.
They have mundane items, pretty much everything from the PHP.
Mostly mundane items.
Yeah, that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah, because I think Tom only has the PHP open.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going anything super weird.
No.
Do I know if the apothecary can
What'd I
actually
get?
cast spells?
What'd I roll?
What's that?
Do I know if the apothecary can actually cast spells?
Oh, actually, 2-0.
God, I forgot exactly what her professions were.
Because I want to barter with her if I do most of the brewing of the potion and she just casts the spell needed for it. Because unfortunately, I don't have any spell slots right now, so I can't just start brewing these potions because I don't have any to expend for the potions. So I'm just like wondering, it's like, hey, I'll do most of the work, but we're gonna need some preparation here. I was wondering if
she's an alchemist.
That would be a no then.
Teresa Willowbark.
Okay, Teresa, let me write that down.
From Willowbark Apothecary.
I guess I need to ask here, what do we have for the party right now?
What do you mean?
Like, crafting.
I'm craft alchemy.
Okay. Tom?
I'm craft alchemy at a 12 bonus and 16 on potions. So, if you
I
need
have
me to craft
a
something.
craft skill, but I didn't pick it out.
Okay.
I forgot what I was going for.
Arms and armor, probably.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Alright.
I just don't know. Un moment.
Okay, I might do something slightly unkosher then and wait for her to go to bed.
Okay. What are you trying to make in the night?
No, I'm not going to make anything. I'm going to see if I can IOU a couple of potions and just take them.
Bass, would you like some money?
No.
What are you going to raid from her?
What?
Listen, I have money, but I don't want to waste it all right now.
Let's talk about this. What would your so you want to try to sneak a few things? What do you
Yes.
what
Two potions of cure light wounds would be all I'd want to take. And then I'll just leave her an IOU.
That's it?
Yes.
Make a stealth roll.
I'm waiting for specifically when she's asleep. Okay, just want to let you know that. Oh, hell yeah. 19.
19 on the die?
18 on the die plus 1 dex.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, yeah.
No way she could perceive that with her minus
Okay.
20 for being asleep.
Should I?
I try to arrange the bottles in a way that doesn't look like they're missing at first glance.
I mean... I
So
was
we're
thinking
out
doing
of town
something
before she
similar.
goes and tries to grab them and be like, wait a minute, 2 of these are missing.
But
When we
should
come
I?
back, I'll pay her back for
I
them.
mean...
So,
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
yes, you successfully
Okay.
take something that you probably could have asked for to begin with. But this seemed necessary in your mind.
Yes. It's like,
Oh, that's what that
I'm going to note this down. Pay her back.
Sigbert, are you going back to the smith?
is. Yeah.
he is going to, I have notes. He speaks, Iskar Euphrem, comes up to the smith and says, he's holding a bag and it's jingling a little bit with a heavy sound. And he says, I'm glad you came back. You're probably going to be needing these. And he hands you this bag kind of hesitantly. And as you look inside, there are 10 +1 cold iron sling bullets.
Damn, that's pretty good.
He hesitantly hands you to him.
+1?
Yeah, +1.
But they're cold iron.
Cold iron sling bullets.
That's
that's going to be important.
And he looks over his shoulder as his daughter peeks out, and he kind of nods to her, saying, "She's making me give these to you. You know how much these are worth. Make sure they go to good use. I shouldn't be giving away something that takes so much work to create. But it's an important task you're on, and I want you to come back. I can't stoke that fire like you can."
Well, I'll try to come back. It's kind of far snowier than we anticipated down there.
Does anyone find themselves at the general store? I'm pretty sure Hanzo went right back to the Silver Stoat and just crawled in front of a fireplace, even with everyone drinking. He just passed out.
Yeah,
I don't need the general store. Wow.
I think I hit up the general store, but that was just for, adventuring supplies.
Maybe not, Tom. They just.
I do actually have an alchemist kit that I'm going to bring with me this time. I didn't buy it in character at session 1. I just did bring it with me because, again, I thought, oh yeah, quick adventure, in, out. We're going to be good.
All right.
4 pounds fast.
You know what? I will take one. You said light crossbow?
A little bit of
Light
quick
crossbow.
purchasing and stuff on a quick little break we just took. But back to the general stores. Avlov is looking around. The owner.
I did say I tried to arrange it in such a way that you'd have to actively inventory to find it. Okay.
With your stealth check, yeah, you did it. She won't notice until she goes to inventory. You should be back before then and able to replace it in your daily work before she notices by making an extra bottle or two. But the owner of the general store, a human female named Vivala, approaches you.
80, okay.
Looking at you strangely. Are the coats no good? Pavlov.
No, the coats are fine. They've kept me protected from the cold, except for once.
I think we're just a little woefully unprepared for what type of creatures come with cold.
This is at the general store.
Oh, never mind. I am not there.
No, you're not.
Redacted all. I thought this was the next day.
I just came by to get some more food because we had companions who were displeased with our preparation for the adventure. Sorry, I'm not used to this common tongue.
Oh. Well, are you in need of anything else? Rations, tents, anything?
No, I've already got my fair share of rations. I don't know how much more I can carry right now.
You got any jeeps?
Here, I'm going to pull up carrying weight for
I have
you.
carrying weight right here.
Okay.
I have the table in front of me.
She's
I'm
like,
just
well,
looking at
How many
my...
bolts you want?
I mean, we've got...
They're
I can
pound
give you a
for
deal
5.
on the
I'll just take 5.
the tent. I'd give you 2 for 1 on tents since you took all those coats off my hands. They were never going to sell in this area anyway. Even our winters are tepid. But, what about these? And she shows you a Ring of Force shield and an arrow magnet.
Does it attract arrows?
You could look up and see what an arrow magnet does. I don't feel like doing it right now. I'm trying to stay in roleplay mode.
Can we trick
Would
some enemy into
these
getting
might prove useful.
Yeah, the arrow magnet and that shield seem interesting. How much price are we looking at? How much is the price for the arrow magnet?
Bless you. You sell any chick magnets?
I heard that all the way from the silver stole.
So, how much arrow magnet, Chris? You have it up on your phone.
Yep.
How much are they?
Normally 600 gold.
600 gold. Ring of Force shield is probably rings like that are usually around 200 or 300. So she, I mean, if you wanted both, ooh, 5. A good deal on both.
It's a fantastic deal on both, but unfortunately...
Since you took all those sweaters, all those coats that we're never going to sell. Coats, not sweaters. We get sweaters too if you want sweaters.
To make that transaction as one individual. I don't even know if I have enough to buy any of the items separately, honestly.
Okay then. Well, if you speak with your companions before you head back out, let them know about our wares. We've got lots of useful items.
I'll just let you know we have 145 gold worth of jewelry and rocks.
That belong to the lady that you're trying to track down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just still noting we have it.
Just to point out.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
If you guys are the good people in this adventure, if you want to go straight evil, you can start selling off to the ladies.
Okay, chaotic neutral. I can do it and not lose
if we
a line.
sell it off to save her, is that really an evil act? It's just like, hey, we needed the funds to find you.
Yeah, that's a pretty neutral act,
Like-
honestly.
So
You can be dead, and we didn't sell your jewelry.
Yeah, it's like show her the ring of Force shield.
so
That's where your jewelry and gold is.
Now let's get the fuck back to town.
And you know how I lived through all that shit?
Better be your middle finger you're showing her.
okay. So you guys all go to your respective beds at this point.
All right, guys. I'll see
place-
you at Town Square tomorrow. I'm going home because I have one of those.
You going no?
Yeah, I'm going to my gnome home.
And yep. So overnight, you all get back the your 1 HP plus your con.
Oh, sweet.
Because
I'm
you
more
get
than
your
max
level.
now?
You get your level plus your con back if you're down at all.
No damage gaming.
And you all meet up back at the town square in the morning. As you're getting ready to head out, you hear the sound of an old woman calling after each of you by name, one after the other, of those who are known to the town right now.
Who is it?
You turn around, it's the old mother the old mother Thedora. She is the town's seer and also the midwife. Anyone born in the town, she is delivered.
So,
She
Sigbert and Bruma.
I wasn't born here.
That would have been me then.
Bruma.
approaches you
I wasn't born here.
and says, very cold where you're going.
Yes.
Yep.
And
We were there.
the lady will be harder to find now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's been a day.
She hasn't moved from yesterday, but she'll be harder to find now. Your fate is uncertain.
Do you have any... When you saw a vision, did you see anything like a landmark?
Really phoning this one in here.
Just the bandits' hold in the forest should be where she is.
I'm seeing
Based-
someone whose name starts with an A. B.
A C.
C. Oh yeah, it was you, the seat next to them. Yes, let me.
He brought sausage medallions instead.
Your fates and fortunes right now are unknown. After finding the lady, all I can see is you leaving this plane. I cannot see your return, and I cannot see your destination.
Plane.
Oh,
You mean
we need
This
to
is
go.
all I can see of your
you
future.
mean town, right? We're leaving the town.
Yes, and this mortal coil. Let's do this.
Let's get out of here.
She kind of wraps you with her cane, just like lightly on the forehead. I don't mince my words, child.
We are leaving this mortal plane. Maybe we'll go to the Feywild, you know.
Are you gonna meet your mom and dad there?
Maybe. No, probably not. They're cool living in that forest. They're weird. I want to go and see things, man.
I do have a few items that may be of interest to you at the right price, though. They're very valuable to me as well. And she holds out a wand and a scroll. The wand she holds up individually and says, "A wand of scorching ray." And in her other hand, scroll of sleep. These may prove useful.
Well, how much would they be? The wand, particularly, I think that's going to be more useful than sleep.
Make the old mother an offer.
I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, I already owe the apothecary, and,
Tell her you lick her butt.
Offer her to go fast and eat ass.
200
Make her
gold.
an offer she's never been made before.
200 gold for the wand?
Has the wand been used yet?
Then make her a real offer.
You know, I did not write.
Toss me the wand and I'll toss your salad.
Jesus Christ, Andrew.
Can I do this in 4 easy payments of $19.99?
I'm gonna turn this podcast around so fast.
That's on you.
I mean,
No, the old lady's like, you can subscribe to my Patreon
42.
at DibToons.
You already said you were gonna
42
go fast.
charges.
Okay, I'll offer her 200 gold.
She places the wand and the scroll in your hand and clasps your hand over both of them and holds out her palm for the 200 gold pieces.
Give her 200 gold.
She turns around and walks away. Be careful, children. This won't be the last time I see you, but I won't see you much after this.
I'm gonna roll a sense motive.
Hold up. I can't actually roll. Well, I could roll that. Fuck it. That didn't sound... oh, shit. 21.
Out of character, guys. I'm getting the feeling Theodora's not human.
It wasn't a threat from her, but it was an ominous description of your possible future.
Oh, Chris, I give
She
you
doesn't-
I give you the sleep scroll because I already have sleep.
Oh, okay.
After a portion of this, you may return there, but that might be the last time you're ever there.
I've used magical device. This is useless to me.
Oh. Just hold on to
We
it.
come back
I
to
had
town
them do
just
that.
to spite her.
Okay, I'll give it to you then.
Also, out of character, even though it's basically just a free casting for you.
Well, no, I know. I don't know how often I'm going to use sleep, though.
Why burn a spell for the day if you could just...
Well, I don't even have her prepared. I just have
Yeah,
two
then
cure
you-
light wounds.
Then you just have that.
Okay, that's fair. All right, fine.
Prepared ones.
So you
Tom
guys...
doesn't have to roll UMD and you just
It's a
have-
free spell.
Yeah.
All right, we'll put the sleep scroll.
Okay.
So you guys head back out.
Oh, does the general store have snowshoes?
No.
Okay.
No, it does. It never gets that cold
I
around.
figured I'd just still venture a question.
It never gets that snowy around here?
Does it
No,
have
this is
tennis
unusual.
rackets?
No.
No.
Like
I
you
expected
said,
that.
their winters are usually pretty tepid.
Yeah.
Get 2 tennis
It'd be like
rackets.
being in Texas and then it randomly snowing. Oh, wait.
I'm gonna go to the apothecary before we leave.
Okay.
Get 2 tennis rackets.
What you doing there?
Fastened 2 leather.
Hey there.
leather
Yep, heading out
strips.
again. Just curious if you need any herbs or anything.
No.
No, I just meant like in general, something to keep my eyes out for.
Nothing that I'm looking for in particular.
All right. Well, that's that then.
What about the ganja?
We've got the ganja. Oh, we do. We've
What
got
did you have? The aura of marijuana?
chaotic aura. Chaotic neutral aura.
Alright.
What about the aura?
I am.
Going to murder someone tonight.
Nah.
I volunteer.
I volunteer as tribute. Alright, so you guys leave the town of Helderin again, heading southward, arriving back about 6 hours later, again, midday, at the wagon site. You venture into the forest, entering the cold.
When we get to the point that we think we encounter that worm, I'm going to state that I am concentrating on detect magic as we're walking forwards.
Yeah, I'm going to be detecting chaos from that point forward.
And it's a cantrip, so I'm just good. So if something magical approaches us within 60 feet...
Would a dragon register as magic?
Yes.
Knowledge
well-
Arcana?
If it's Knowledge Arcana...
I would believe
Yes.
so.
If it's like a pseudo-dragon or something, maybe not, but any dragon...
But, like, keep in mind the rules for detecting auras and whatnot. It
was a neutral medium dragon.
What was I going to say? It's a CR2, so it'd be beneath the amount of hit die required to typically radiate that, unless it had a magical effect on it.
Which it doesn't seem
Which it
to
didn't.
have any magical effects.
We might be able to catch some things with that,
Yeah.
or some things carrying magical gear, but
I'm just.
it could be
something I can do.
It could
Well, yeah,
still
that's-
be
You guys
useful.
That's all
pass by the point of where you found the treasure chest.
Yep,
That's about an hour in.
Okay.
You
rolling
need
it.
DC 15
Oh,
fortitude save.
survival check first.
For
Made it.
oh, it's
The bonus.
Hold
yeah.
up, can I because it kind of blew my mind. Could I have taken the one winter outfit that they bought for me and try and crudely cut out, or find someone to craft something that could fit around my fox?
I mean, I
Get him a little coat.
I know how to work leather.
Huh?
Yeah,
I'd argue that
There's
works.
a bunch of dead animals
I'd argue-
right by the wagons.
There are rules for that.
there. Yeah, it's simple enough.
okay.
You want me to make a palamute coat for
Yup.
your fox?
Hell yeah!
I got an
How does
18
the
on
Arctic
my,
Fox not already have like a huge bonus to?
It doesn't
On
have
my
anything
check,
against cold, just
so I can give
disguise.
other people a plus plus 1 to their fortitude saves.
Okay.
Anyone at all? Anyone want this?
I'm good because I don't need it. So
Yeah, I
it'll be
already
up to them.
passed.
You get
I got a
one.
16.
Derek
Tom?
gets
I got a 17.
1, and I'll give your fox one.
Yeah, I got
No, you know what? Your
17
fox gets a
also.
high one
Sig
anyway,
Bird,
so I'll give my
17.
bird
So
one.
everyone passes. You continue on.
Good.
Do you pass?
Checking my bird here.
You know, I give you 10 gold for the craftsmanship.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
What was the DC, Sean? 15?
15.
It does not. Got a 10 on the fortitude. So deal a D6.
Wait, what is your familiar? It's
It is a shriek.
What is a shriek?
It's a bird.
Okay.
Stabby bird.
So it takes 4 non-lethal
Okay.
cold damage. And it is fatigued.
Yep.
Considered fatigued.
Just like stuff it in your jacket.
I don't think that's how that works.
I know.
Rule of fun. That could be how it works.
Rule of cool.
So you continue on and you reach the area close to the area where the tassel worm attacked.
Yep.
Another fortitude save. DC 16.
Okay, Fox is good.
That's even higher.
28.
He's good.
So Hanzo passes.
24.
Shabab.
20, and my bird got a 22.
Okay.
Nah.
Tom, nat 1.
Sigbert, nat 1. Oof. And
I'm really surprised
3
like,
points
Arctic animals don't
of
get
non-lethal
just, like,
cold
maybe
damage.
Like an hour or two of immunity.
Tom.
I wish.
And you're fatigued.
It's usually a sizable.
I got a
What like a
28.
plus 4
Alpha-
or a
Alpha.
plus 5, but even then they typically
Jeez.
try
I have
to
a 5 and a
But
4.
the Arctic
and
fox is just
the
a
winner
fox
gear
with
Okay.
Yeah.
plus
That's a
4 to
sweet.
hide.
I get a 10 on whatever I roll.
It lives
So-
in survival.
Alva's pretty hardy.
As you push forward, I'm going to need a survival check now because the trail is a little bit harder to follow as overnight.
Alright.
I'm just going to need a DC
I got this, Derek. Just a second.
Well, you could both roll it.
a DC 12 survival
Oh,
check.
Jesus Christ. Easy. I'm going to cast Deadeye Lore, and I rolled a 12.
I got a 13.
So you
Master
guys
tracker.
continue along the
14,
trail
but-
with no problem, no getting lost in the woods. I'm gonna need,
My speed picks up a bit.
as you guys,
Pretty
no
easy
no
trail
fortitude
here.
save yet after this.
Deadeye Lore makes it so I'm not taking slowness from the snow. I just kind of pick my speed
we're down
picks
to
up a
20,
bit.
aren't we?
You're down to 20. I'm down to 10.
As you enter
20's my
this,
base, but
as you guys enter this patch of the forest,
keep it up with you for an hour.
feathered bundles and strange fetishes hang from the lowest branches of the trees in this part of the forest.
I'll show you.
Swaying.
Fetishes.
Swaying and shifting in the wind. All are stuck through with small pins holding pieces of leather bound around them.
You know, I just looked at Shabab. Does this look anyone familiar? Face stuff? Did you deal with things like this?
Knowledge, nature.
Go
Knowledge,
ahead.
geography, any
Knowledge
of those?
nature.
Okay.
Go ahead and knowledge nature.
I could roll that too, actually. Maybe I can.
Knowledge religion?
Knowledge nature.
Crack die.
Well, I got a 24.
Yeah, I'm at a 23 myself.
Okay.
we'll know.
So both of you start inspecting these things hanging just a little closer. And they're actually
Bless me.
they're actually frozen corpses of dead crows with little
Of course, this would excite you, Shabab.
pins, little pins sticking out of them. The same type of pin, like little pinholes that were in some of the soldiers.
They're
Who fell
doing
back.
voodoo?
No, there's a difference. Also,
They seem to have been hit with some impact.
I need to point out, Burbo, look! It's kind of like you.
He can edit this out. You can just tell Chris what you want.
Yeah, but why make work?
In case if someone makes it into it, Derek was trying to ask Chris for paper towels by using some weird sign language. And you can hear the results of blowing the nose into the mic right now if this makes the
He's
cut.
not trying to blow it in.
My charades game is on point.
Yeah, it was actually pretty fucking good.
It's not gonna make the cut.
No, that's why I'm holding my hand up so we don't continue with much of anything. Well, also gives me a moment to look up what's going on here.
Be wary of ambushes, guys. We are walking into unfriendly territory.
Well, I hope whatever it is magical. I'm still keeping my eyes out, and I'm
Or at
pretty
least
sure.
chaos.
When the
Chaotic.
snow started, we
It's
walked
chaotic,
in
I can
unfriendly
detect it.
territory.
Derek, what was your character's name again so I can write it down?
Alvolv.
Alvolv?
Alvolv.
Alvolv. And Tom, it was Siegbert?
Yep.
And my Impaler Shriek's name is Burbo.
Alright, well, I'll put that down under you.
Can I have my pawn from before back?
Burbo.
With the base, yeah.
Burb.
Burb. Burbo. Borbo. Burbo.
Burbo.
Barbo.
Bobo?
Burbo. Burbo.
Bob with the ball, the ball, the
Bobo's Normal Adventures.
Okay.
Bobo's Bizarre Bobo.
So...
Ergo's unorthodox travels.
Burbo's travels around the world.
I feel like just seeing that, I would roll a preemptive perception.
I'm still going to try and lay
Yeah,
out some
why doesn't
detect
everyone
magic.
go ahead and roll me a perception check as you enter this area of the woods? And I'm going to go ahead and use the same map that I have drawn there. Just imagine that there's like a few more trees.
Ooh, meaty.
Detect magic isn't pinging anything, and his aura isn't pinging anything, correct?
Detect chaos.
Okay.
I think it's only like a 60-foot cone.
Yeah,
ahead of me.
it's 60.
It's only
No.
cone.
Same with mine, it'll just be 60 in front of me.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've 23.
So...
I got 10.
So I think we're high pointing at 23 right now.
Do you want to roll perception, Andy?
Yes, I do. That is a 20.
So yes, 23 is the high
You're
point.
detecting... Okay, so what was the highest perception?
23 by
Or
Shabab.
Shabab.
Yep.
I almost called you Egbert.
Token leader. Shabab. Token no
23?
23.
He got the 23, yes.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see any... guys don't notice anything.
Yep.
But you doing sweeps with Detect Chaos, and you doing sweeps with Detect Magic, you do pick up little blips that you keep losing. It's there, then it's not. Almost like it's moving. Like these things are moving, and you're picking up things at different times from different directions.
Okay, I will use cantrip message and ping everybody, hey, small moving magical things in and out of my field of vision. Heads up.
Nuke it all.
Well, would be nice if we could do something about that, but if we can't see them, we can't.
There are agents of chaos around us.
Okay, so now they're magical and chaos. Well, what's the plan?
Go fast.
I look at all the, snowbanks. I don't think we're going super fast. Unless you can sprout skis.
I guess we're eating ass then.
Go fast, sacrifice bass.
Wow! Damn.
Funny part is, I'm probably the slowest moving motherfucker, so...
Whoa, guys, this isn't...
We can carry you.
I'll speak Aklo and roll a bluff. Let them pass, they're fine.
Bass is one of them, right?
I wonder if Sylvan might get to them if we're dealing with Fae.
Depends on the type of Fae, that's why I'm going with Aklo.
I'll try and go with Sylvan. And... diplomacy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Crack fucking die. Stop it.
I'll let him do his thing
With them
first.
speaking in their secret languages, I just, as a joke, shout out in basically what is Japanese.
29?
Hello.
Bluff check?
And what do you say
Ooh.
in Aklo?
In Aklo, I'm just... Let them by! They're fine to go! And then just kind of stand really fucking still.
I say we let them go!
These are not the adventuring party you're looking for. All your Fae belong to us.
All your Fae belong to us.
I can't believe this shit might actually work.
Crossed here!
What was that?
I don't know.
Andy dropped
Berries! Jeez.
Barry got
Alright, hang on.
Berries!
We're all just waiting with bated breath behind Shabab being like, did it actually work?
Nope.
You get a fucking needle to the middle of the forehead. There's your answer.
Huh.
I'm gonna invoke an aura of...
Our enemy
Let's see if I can boost
this.
False one of us.
So,
Yeah?
Wise tactics.
tell me, does a 22.
Yes, Sean.
Does an 11 hit?
No.
And a natural 17 definitely hits.
Yes.
3? It's Jesus Christ.
Well, there's more than one.
Well, I know
of them.
there is.
As the forest begins to glow on either side of you from between the trees.
All right, guys.
They
it didn't
place
work,
these
sorry.
guys on the map over here.
We're in the same order as
there,
before, right,
one-
guys? That
Yeah, you
seems
guys
like a
can
good...
swap up
Yeah.
your
I mean-
order if you want. This one just kind of, since he takes up a whole space,
Fucking Christ.
as they
Yeah,
pop out from opposite sides of you, and you get struck by 2 of these.
Yep.
Each one dealing 1 non-lethal damage to you.
Oh boy.
And
Oh, that's not that.
you just get this, like, numbing, cold feeling.
Yeah, but passing
From
out in
them.
the middle of this would be terrible.
Well, good thing he's
And,
got magical cold resistance.
Go ahead and make me a fortitude save.
Oh, goddamn.
Never mind, it's bad.
Shabath, you gotta stop eating every attack. I say that out of character, but like...
I don't know, man. That was pretty worth it. That was classic.
Apparently, I'm the go fast and he's the
Yes.
I mean, I told us what the
17.
plan was.
You
We were eating
pass.
ass this
Okay.
time.
You are not staggered for 1 round. You are fine.
Okay.
And
That didn't work, Shabath, but that was
go
a
ahead
good
and make a
attempt.
second save
Yep.
from the second
Yep.
every time.
Yep. 14. This is a poison.
You are
right?
still safe
Nice.
from the effect of numbing cold.
All right.
Oh.
As
I'm already emotionally numb. This couldn't harm me. No.
I'm already emotionally cold.
these winter touch sprites begin to attack from the trees, giggling as they just all struck out. Everyone go ahead and roll for initiative.
Roll.
Okay, I actually got
initiative.
double digits this time.
God damn it!
Are you just like hitting the
Like right there.
You need to have a Peori mat.
Apparently.
There you
There we
go.
go. You can fucking toss it the fuck in there now.
God, I roll rocks when I go to hit you guys, and I roll crap for initiative every time. What's my plus to initiative? These guys gotta be fast.
Man. Someday I will tell blatant
Hanzo.
lies, and the enemies will just believe me.
22.
I could have
Elbow.
beat him this time if I rolled good 15.
That's how it goes. If you roll good, you roll.
Damn, I wish I just
I
rolled
had-
better.
If
I
had
rolled
rolled
moderate,
If
I got
only
an
I had
11.
rolled a higher number. Shabab.
19.
But he's got really good bonuses,
Tips and tricks
man.
for
That
all
was
you
like a
aspiring
2 for
players.
Andy.
Sigbert.
Just roll better.
14.
14.
12.
Bruma.
13.
Oh, that's the fastest you've been, and you
Yes.
all rolled better than these sprites.
Time to make some pixie dust.
Time to make some pixie dust next week.
Well, shit.
Oh.
Oh.
One fucking combat where they don't just get the jump on us.
Shabab. The jump on Shabab.
And you were trekking through their territory.
Oh wait, no, that's not. Who opened the door? to the
Surprise round! I
zombies?
flamethrower the fucking frozen
Tom.
forest.
Tom's the only one who's gotten
Sick.
dropped on him.
You guys have a good night. We'll see you next week.
DibToons Plays Podcast is a DibToons Animation Studio production. Produced by Sean Dibble and Derek Goodison. Edited by Sean Dibble. Music from Pixabay.com. Like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/DibToons. That's DibToons. And on Twitter at ToonsDib. That's ToonsDib. Thanks for listening.
Okay. So let me just get
I want
our...
to be me slave.
I want to be a slave to myself.
Maybe don't say me slave. That makes it sound like something that Nintendo might come after us for.
I'm Mr. Measlave. Corporation is pain.
Now Starburns is going to come after us.
I think we're safe. Actually, I think we're below their radar.
Oh, that is nice.